Oh, oh, how embarrassing. Didn't know it was time already. Well, hi, I'm Jeremy, the tall trainer. We'll start off with a little jog. What we've got is a turn the heat up, workout here. All right, so this is going to be a cardio workout. Some of the last live videos we've done are more strength training based, core based. This one is going to be a true huffing and puffing. All right, so we got 30 seconds of one exercise, 30 seconds of another exercise, and then we repeat that a bunch of times. We're going to 5 sets of those, and then we switch on to a different set. All right. So that's kind of the plan for this workout. We're going to try to warm up a little bit because we're going to try to get after it pretty hard, and you want to be a little bit warm, for that. All right. So well, I got a fact about me, right? I got to throw one of those out, actually, or a disclaimer too. But throw that fact about me picture up first, yeah. All right, there it is. I like hiking in the woods. All right, and we got all these beautiful gorges and trails, and this is, the two of my daughters, by a waterfall a couple years back. They're getting taller and bigger, and it's sad, but we really like doing that. It's super fun, and I'm not even sure actually which gorge that is actually, but I really like Onanda. Grimes Glen is lovely, of course, but I like the High Tor, area, the Conklin's Gully, I think, in there, so they're just awesome stuff, and you go at the right time, and it's almost like your own place. So I love that kind of stuff, but it's not this time of year, so so I find other things to love too. All right, kick back, crisscross. So the workout is turn the heat up, and we're gonna you might not hear me talk as much. I'm gonna be huffing and puffing, but here's the kind of the plan for the workout. Well, actually, I gotta do this right. I gotta do the disclaimer here. Make sure that you're exercising at your own risk. All right, I can't see what you're doing. Try to get the posture right. That may not be the best workout for you. I'll try to give you some options, but if something hurts, don't keep doing it. Talk to your doctor or get a session with a trainer. All right, go ahead and step aside here. So we'll warm it up a little bit here. All right, so the plan for the workout, we got 6 sets of 5 minutes each here. All right, so we got burpee jumping jacks, we got this leg sweep and fast feet. We've got a speed squat or squat jump, punch the air. We got a push-up tuck in and a rotation punch. A little Frankenstein walk here. We got a lay down, stand up and sprint. And then we have a shuffle and wood chops. All right, all of these should be very, very fun, very exciting. And you can see the little meter on there. It's going from just, black steel to white hot metal is what we're going for right here. All right, so we should be able to get our heart rate up pretty good. If you get too much at any time, just slow down if you need to. I may end up slowing down. All right, a little squat hold. And if you sip of water, you check out for a second, you could do that. But I'm gonna try to keep trucking. All right, so that'll be my plan. So I'll try to keep track of, our interval, that 30 seconds. Again, I won't be talking quite as much because I'll probably be breathing more, but I will give you some options and some tips, and we'll try to bring some good intensity. The harder we work, the more we benefit. So the higher intensity cardio we do, the longer the afterburn. Whew. All right, it's good. So the longer the afterburn, and the higher the metabolism spike and all that kind of good stuff. All right, so we want that. We want the cardiovascular benefit. And what I tell people sometimes is, why own a Ferrari if you're not going to stomp the pedal down every once in a while, right? We have these amazing machines that God's given us, and every once in a while you got to just really put it to the test. All right, so that's what we're going to be getting on here. So we got burpee jumping jack as a starting one, and so what we're going to do is you can do the burpee on an elevated surface if you need to. So you put your hands on something that's a little bit higher, like the edge of the couch or something like that, or a coffee table, as long as it's sturdy enough. Or we got these little risers that we use here. All right, so you get elevated surface, but I'm going to go for the ground because I'm going to work on flexibility a little bit with that too, and I think I can do it safely, so I'm going to do it that way. All right, Bobby, you ready? All right, I think, come on, ready? Synchronized watches. Start with 30 seconds of burpees. Ready, set, and go. All right, so coming down and up. You can also step back, step in and up. All right, now you can take it down. Catch a little push-up, a little jump in there. That's always fun. That's like the full-on burpee style right there. A lot of times we'll leave off the push-up. All right. Again, you can't do it stepping back as well. All right. Jumping jacks. All right. So the plan on this is alternating between like a more a more muscle-related cardio, and then a quicker moving cardio. So I can do a tapping jumping jack here too. Whew. It's already happening. Breathing. Whew. All right. So we're gonna repeat that again. All right. Burpees. The burpees involve a little more muscle, and they're gonna spike the heart rate in a different way. We're actually gonna notice it more when we hit jumping jacks, how tired we are. All right, jumping jacks. We're gonna go. We're really looking for high intensity, but kind of sustained. So it's not interval training. It's like a sustained high intensity. We're looking for 80% heart rate max ish. All right, somewhere thereabouts. Now this looks pretty crazy. It looks like this is something for little teeny boppers, but I can do this coming down, stepping, and stepping, all right? And if that's your level, do that level. Try to keep the back straight while you come down and up. Jumping jacks. Oh, yeah. Now if your calves get a little too much, my calves get a little tired, just switch to the tapping jumping jack. Not to overuse them. We got a few other things to do today. So go quick with the jumping jack. All right, 2 more rounds. 2 more times we do burpees, that's it. Here we go. How many can you do in 30 seconds? Jumping jacks. All right. Cooking. Heart rate's up. I want to go outside and run. I like that. I can get good cardio in here without burning my lungs out. Breathing that cold air. You get a good cough for the rest of the day. One more set. One more set. Burpees, here we come. Slow down. Come on. Jumping jacks. Try to get going quick, even if you're real tired. Feel like you want to catch your breath. Try not to. Try to keep chasing it down. All right. We got leg sweeps on the next beep here. All right, come down, sweep the leg around the outside. Give a chance to work on the abs a little bit here. Definitely more muscular related. There's not resistance training necessarily. Swing that leg around the other side, about as much as your flexibility will allow. All right, fast feet, in and out. Narrow, narrow, wide, wide. Sometimes it's easier if you have something to step on. We do all sorts of crazy things sometimes. We're gonna figure out what to do, but in, out, out. This is a quicker moving one. So muscle, and then quick. Muscle, and then quick. All right, leg sweeps again. You can hear me hold my core tight. Fast feet. Sometimes I need to change up which foot leads the way. Now I can still really crank these, all right? Doesn't have to be a rest break. In fact, the quicker one might be your biggest opportunity to punch the heart rate up. The muscle one sets the stage. Quick one delivers the goods. All right. Abs are in tight. Again, I can do this on an elevated surface, all right? I can do this up higher. And it's a little bit easier. It's not easy. It's just easier. Fast feet. All right. I hope you're getting tired because I am. All right. We're getting close on this though. 2 sets left. 2 sets left. I could pick it up a little bit. I'm relaxing too much. Get that fast feet going. All right. Leg sweep. Swing that leg around the outside. Try to keep hips low. Five seconds. Fast feet. I switch my lead leg again. I like the arm pump when I really want to get that heart rate up. Leg sweeps. One last time. Ten seconds. Fast feet. All right, back to it. Back to the chase. Back to the chase. Watch your posture. Watch your posture. Don't get too slouchy. Keep that chest out. All right, we got speed squat or a squat jump. We're not gonna go quite as far down, so we take out some of the risk on that. Don't go as deep on the squat. All right, here we go. I'm gonna squat, here's a squat jump. Speed squat is right in here. It's a quick tempo, not going all the way down. All right, squat jump, you leave the ground a little bit. Doesn't have to be a big jump either. And the bigger it is, the higher the heart rate will go. Make sure that butt's back, knees are out. All the good principles of squat are true right here. I punch the air. This has got a nice upper body, lower body thing going on. Shoulders down a little bit, chest is out. Picture target, picture a target. Injustice. Go for it, come on. Fight for justice. All right. Squat, speed squat here, or squat jump. With a speed squat this time. But you gotta make sure when you're doing this, your knees aren't going forward while you're doing it, all right? Butt's going back. Lift your butt back like you're trying to tear your pants. Don't go too low, so you're not getting that end range of motion. Do it like fast. Mid range. Punching. Good strong punches here. The stronger the punches, the higher the heart rate gets. But if I slow down, I'm gonna throw them harder. Bring a little higher heart rate. Activating more muscle while doing it. So faster isn't always better. More intensity may not always be faster. All right? Squat jump. Speed squat. Grab between. Do that, you gotta make sure you don't bring it back a whole lot. Very tempting. Balls in reach, press up and back. That's where you go. Third set of exercises. All right, we got 2 more to go on the set. Then we're halfway done. All right, we can do this. Difficult short-term choices lead to easier long-term outcomes. All right. Squat, jump. Difficult short-term choice to do a workout. As long as it's better for it. Step up back. Posture. Difficult short-term choice to hold good posture. That is true. They got a good foot going there. Strong. Much slower, you add more to it. We got to push up, tuck in. All right, I'm going to show you the easy way first. From the knees, push up. In, out, out. And push up. In, out, out. Drop the knees. Push up. In, out. rotation. Your belly button, your flashlight. You're shining it wall to wall. All right? All right, push-ups up. Check it out right now. You're going to go all the way down. It's fine too. Back foot pushing through there. Rotate the hips. Surrounded. Fight your way out. If you don't have a very soft core, just careful. We're getting there. Light at the end of the tunnel. White, hot, light. Let's do it. All right, shuffle. All right, shuffle side to side. Couple steps. Oh, it's breathing good. Keep posture. Keep that good breathing. I'm not telling you, I'm telling me. All right, shuffle. Shuffle, last one. Almost there. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Hard finish. 5 seconds. Come on. There we go. Breathe for a second, then we'll start stretching. Somebody turn the heat up. Whew. Oh, the sweat's getting to my eyeballs. You know that's good then. Other side. Don't skip stretches. All right. Skipping stretches is very short-sighted. All right. Save time in the short term, but you increase pain in the long term. It's not wise. Feels like you're being efficient. Get done, go on the next thing. But listen, you gotta stop sweating anyway before you can shower, so you might as well stretch. All right, cross the ankle over the knee. Reach through, grab that bottom leg and pull it towards you. I don't have any slides for this one here, but I have a thought for the day. And I've been thinking about this is, have you ever found that you've been hungry and you just can't seem to stop it? You have like a hunger that won't settle down. You eat a snack, you want another snack. You eat a meal and you're ready for some treat afterwards. You know, you just seem to not be able to shut it down. Other side. I'm becoming more and more convinced that our body is not looking for calories as much as it's looking for protein. It's looking for micronutrients too. Vitamins, minerals, phytochemicals, all that stuff. But protein's a big one, and most people aren't getting enough. Do you know what we're made out of? We're mostly water, right? We know that one. We know water. What's second? What's the second thing that we are mostly made out of? Protein, you're right. All right, straighten that leg out, pull it towards you. If you have a little loop or something like that, a little stretch strap, you can do it this way. Try to get your head down, get the chest out. The second thing we're most made out of is protein. So what do you think we should be getting in, right? Carbs are for the more active you are. All right, other side. So we do need carbs, but in a less active, more sedentary society, we need less carbs. All right, if you're super active, go ahead, have fun with those carbs, have some extra. In fact, you can probably get your protein levels by eating rice and beans if you're very, very active. But for most people, rice and beans have too many carbs compared to protein when they're not active. Oh, yes. All right, quad stretch. I'm doing one laying down this time. You can do it standing. I'm laying down. I feel like I deserve it. All right, abs in tight, push hips forward. All right, so as you're thinking about how to get your foods in, how to plan this stuff out, eating so you can be more satisfied, more even, more happy, less hunting for snacks constantly, protein is going to be a big part of it. All right, for most people, we need probably at least 20 in a meal. You know, sometimes more like 30. All right, most people need to be getting close to 100 grams. Break dance here. Woo. Most people need to be getting at least 100 grams in a day. All right, you know, some people a little bit more than that too. In fact, it gets close to 140 for like even a fairly average person. All right? I hit about 200 grams in a day. I do not regret it. I regret the days I don't hit it. All right, I'm just so hungry all the time. You know, I learn this lesson constantly, and if you're not paying attention, you know, you're not learning the lesson, but if you pay attention, you'll learn it too. All right, standing up, we'll get that hip stretch. Push that hip forward. Tip the hips up towards you like we're in a cool belt buckle. Tip the hips up, press that heel back, stretching in that hip flexor here. All right. Oh, that's a good sweat. That's a good sweat. That's a change of shirt kind of sweat right there. All right, other side. Tuck the hips up towards you. Press that heel back behind you. So tuck the hips up first and then press that heel back to get this hip flexor stretch. Tight when we sit a lot. All right, so take advantage of that and stretch that sucker, all right? Needs a good stretch. Oh, yes. We're gonna hit a couple upper body stretches here too. They're worthwhile, especially if you notice that you're slouched sometimes. All right, pat yourself on the back, grab a hold of the elbow, point it up in the air, stretch that tricep out. Oh, got a little drip in my eyeball. Here you go. Makes me look like I'm winking at you. Hey, how you doing? All right, so stretch in here. When we're done with the stretch, I have a little verse of the day. You know, I think it's a very helpful thing. Even if you're not a Christian, you got to believe that a book that's over 2,000 years old that people still respect, I don't know, should be listened to, at least somewhat. There's got to be something good in there. All right, abs in tight, point that elbow up in the air. I mean, 2,000 years from now, people aren't going to respect this video, so we'll pay attention to the one piece of this video that will be respected. All right, stretching back in there. Oh, the burning in the eyeballs. So good, so good. All right, let's get a calf stretch. I'm gonna put my hands up in the sky here. Press that heel towards the ground, bend that front knee. Press that heel down. We did a decent amount of calves in here today. All right, there's two ways you can stretch the calf. You can do it straight-legged in the back, or you can actually bend the back leg. When you bend the back knee, you're gonna feel that go down more towards the Achilles, like a deeper calf muscle. That's our soleus muscle. All right, there's two muscles in there, gastrocnemius and soleus. All right, switch sides. So we'll feature maybe the bent leg one right here. But I'm bending into this, I'm bending the front knee, press that back heel down, make sure those toes are straight ahead. I'm gonna bend this knee a little bit, but still try to press the heel towards the ground. And that's where I'm gonna feel that stretch. All right, that's a deeper, deeper stretch there. Gastrocnemius passes the knee joint, soleus does not. So when I bend the knee, I kind of turn off the gastrocnemius, switch on the soleus big time. All right, good to stretch both. All right, hand about head height on the wall. Step forward with the outside foot, shoulders down, chest is out. and turning away from it. Now, shoulders down, stick the ribs out in front of you like I took a big breath of air, because we do want to get this in the right place. All right, there's a chance to improve our posture here. A chance to improve our posture, and boy, I don't know about you, but I want to keep my posture going. It does still need some improvement too. All right, other side. You. How are you? Shoulders down, chest is out. All right. Now, I also should say, if you're liking this, like I'm not going to like bug people by sending a message out all the time about this. So you should like subscribe. You should put it on your calendar, put a notification on your phone or something that says, hey, we're going to try to do this, every Friday at noon. All right, that's good. In fact, we're going to try to preload some, so that even if we're sick or something like that, we can still try to keep this going, for you guys, all right? So, scripture of the day, is right over here, is the Philippians 4, 6, and 7. I know 6, 7 is terrible, but don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank Him for all He's done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds anything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. All right? And so, a lot of times things are just too heavy for us. All right? We're not meant to carry, some of these worries that we are carrying. All right? And so we need to turn it over. We need to switch them over, give them to God. All right? In 12 steps, they talk about a higher power, because sometimes the word God is so emotionally loaded, it's been so abused that it's tough for some people to really feel comfortable with that. So for some people, they got to start with higher power. All right? Is that you have to turn it over. You have to believe there's something bigger than you that can take care of some stuff. Because otherwise, if it's just all on you to take care of everything all the time, you will burn out, you'll be exhausted, your nerves were not made for that. All right? So I'm going to close this off with a prayer here. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you for bodies that can do this work. Help us to continue to take care of them. You've designed them for effort, for work, and you've designed them beautifully to adapt to it. So help us to enjoy our body adapting to what we do with it. Getting stronger, healthier, both physically, mentally, strength-wise, cardio-wise, and flexibility-wise too. Help this to be something that boosts us in every regard, including spiritually. In the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. All right, have fun. Be safe. Stay warm. And God bless.